What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Before we hop in this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And let's just get into this little video, shall we? Alright, y'all, today's video is going to be a rant video. I love doing these rant videos just because I just like, there's just so many things I could rant about, you know? But let's talk about nosy ass coworker, shall we? Like, I have been dealing with this nosy ass coworker, you guys. Okay, this is also a story time. She's super nosy. Like, you guys, I'm at this new job and I basically deal with printers all day, okay? And we have a specific rate, like you're supposed to do anywhere from 28 to 30 printers a day. And this is not to sound cocky, shady, or yeah, this is not to sound cocky at all, because like, it's just not, you know, where I work, it's work. But I have the highest rate. I have like 44 printers that I done on a day. So, but normally I do like anywhere from like 30, 32, 33. So fairly good, you know, but again, you guys, it's not a competition. But I just have this nosy ass coworker. She's always worried about, you know, what everyone else is doing. She's always worried about like, why is my rate so high and things like that. Like, just very weird energy, very nosy coworker type of energy. And if you guys know what I mean, then you know what this video is going to be about. But I just feel like, you know, when you are working in a setting with multiple coworkers, or when you are at work with coworkers, you know, you don't have to give yourself away to coworkers. You know, you don't have to tell coworkers your business. Like, I'm not one of those people that tell coworkers my business, because stuff is dropping. But like I said, I'm not one of those nosy coworkers. Like, I don't tell every coworker my business. You know, there are certain ones that I have like that I'll talk to and I'll share certain things with, and vice versa. But for the most part, I don't. I just have never been one of those people that will share all my business to coworkers. You know, just because I feel like I've had messy ass situations with coworkers, like spreading business, like starting rumors, like all of that stuff happens. So, and I've like witnessed it and seen it. So it's just like, I'm not one of those people that are going to share all my business to coworkers. You know, and you guys, don't feel bad if you're one of those people too that do not share your entire business, your entire life story to coworkers, because sometimes coworkers, they just be wanting your business to go run and spread it to the next person, you know, because some people just don't have anything going on with their life, and that's the little bit of excitement they get is coming to work and getting everybody's business, you know, like that is the highlight of their day, you know, and that's what it gives with this coworker. It gives like, that's their highlight of their day, is like coming to work and getting everybody's business, you know. And I just feel like life is hard enough, okay, people, and dealing with, who wants to deal with a nosy ass coworker? I don't, like, that, especially just like being so, she just like does sneaky shit, you know what I mean? She just like wants to get everybody's business, she like has spread a rumor and told on a guy that he like smells like alcohol. Like, it's just been a lot with her, okay? Even me, like, I was standing across from her, because at our station, we have certain spots that we stand at all day, our stations, whatever. I had to move stations. I had to move to a whole other area, like, because it would just got to be too much with her, and I could already sense the type of energy that she was on. So I was just like, you know what, I'm going to, before this gets any further, and before I like say something I don't want to say or whatever have you, I'm just going to move stations. Which, honestly, looking back, it was the best decision I ever made in my life. That sounds so dramatic, but it was honestly the best decision, because not only that, you guys, she hasn't had issues with me. I wouldn't even say issues with me, but I did have to check her one day, because she, again, was worried about what I was doing, and I had to look at her and I was like, girl, you need to mind your business. Like, and me, I'm not one of those people too that usually will pop off and say something like at work or to coworkers. Like, I don't do that, but I had enough of her, y'all, so I had to let her know, girl, mind your business, you know? So, and not only have I have that, like, I wouldn't even call it an issue, but situation with her, but she's had multiple situations with different people, with other coworkers in my area. So it's just kind of like, girl, are you the problem? I don't know. But I just, you know, one thing I just can't deal with is a nosy coworker, you know, especially because, I don't know, I just feel like I have seen situations where coworkers, a certain coworker would tell somebody something and it literally gets spread around by the end of the shift. Literally, you guys, like, if you know, you know. So me, I don't look to share my information with everybody. I'm not going to tell every single coworker all my business, because some people, you can't, literally, you guys, you cannot tell everybody everything that goes on in your life. You know, some people, like I said, again, that is the highlight of their day, so they want to know everything about you, good, bad, so they can go and spread it, you know. And honey, you're not spreading my business, okay? If anything, I'm gonna tell my business. I'm not gonna have Tom, Dick, and Harry go and tell my business, you know. I just am not doing that, you know, because it's just nobody's business, you know. And I feel like at work, you don't need to know my entire life story. Like, maybe outside of work, totally different thing, I get you. But at work, I don't feel like I need to tell you my whole rundown of 29 years of what I've been through, you know. And some people do that. I personally am not one of those people that are going to do that. I feel like it takes time for me to share things with people. It takes time for me to open up with people, especially like random coworkers, so that's just why I'm just never been the type to just share right off the bat. Again, some people do. Hey, kudos to them. I'm just not one of those people. I don't think I could be able to do that. Especially just, I don't know, just it takes time for me to build that trust with somebody and to like open up to them or just tell my business. I'm not gonna do that. But I don't know, and I'm one of you guys. You just have to be careful with who you tell your business to, especially at work. I feel like because again, you just don't want your business to be spread. You don't want the wrong person to know things about you. You don't want everybody to know your information or like your whole life story. So just definitely be careful when you are like sharing things at work. If you're one of those people that is like a big sharer and you share things with people, definitely please like be careful with certain coworkers and who you share things with, because like I said, not everybody wants the best for you. Not everybody wants to. People just like to spread business, okay? Because people are miserable with their lives, and it's. I don't know. I don't get the point of it. I don't get like being overly nosy in people's business, especially random people you don't know. Like I don't get the point of that. I feel like it's very evasive, and this is just my opinion. This is my opinion. No, but it is like I just feel like you don't have to. I don't get the whole super invasive like wanting to know and to like dig into your coworker's business. Me personally, I don't understand it, but like that's what I would just say. Be careful when you do, or if you do decide to like open up to coworkers, or you do decide to like tell coworkers your business, because again, you guys, not everybody wants the best for you. Not everybody wants to hear the good things about you. They just want to like spread it, and I don't know, especially just with this coworker too. Because it's been a while since I've had to deal with like a coworker like that. You guys, like, it's just super nosy and just like in everybody's business and be worried about everybody but her damn self. So me personally, I stay away from her as much as I can. I don't try to be around her at work because I don't need that energy around me. I don't need that type of vibe around me. It does no good for me. So that's why, again, looking back to, at first I was like, you know what, I don't want to move my station. Like I shouldn't have to move. But I'm like, looking back, I'm so glad that I didn't end up moving stations, because it just was not going to work out with me sitting across from her for 8 hours a day and having to hear the gossiping bullshit, because I just feel like, there's no need to sit there and just worry about everybody else. We're at work to work. Like, yes, we can talk. Yes, we can socialize with each other. Yes, we can like get to know each other. Maybe, it's going to take some time, like I said, but being overly nosy in people in coworkers' business, I don't get it, and that's what I just had to learn with this certain coworker at work. I just had to, think like, this is probably just the highlight of their day. So, but baby, you're not gonna get no information out of me, okay? Like, but if that's you, if that's how you feel like that is the highlight of your day, so be it. You're not gonna get any information out of me. I'm not entertaining it. That's literally why I moved stations, you guys. Like, I moved away because I just don't want to entertain that. I don't want to be around that every single day. Like I said, life be hard enough. My life sometimes be chaotic as fuck. I don't need to come to work and have it chaotic as fuck with a nosy ass coworker, So it just is like, I just completely try to just stay away from her at work. And that's what I would advise you guys too. If you just don't want to be around that energy at work, remove yourself. That's literally what I did, you guys. And it, again, best decision ever. It's just to move stations and to just get away from that type of energy, because now I love the people that I'm around. I love the station that I'm at. It's so much better, just better energy in general to just come into every single day. So happy for that, because I don't think I could have dealt with Miss Girl for too much longer, And I don't know. I just don't get the whole being overly nosy in coworkers' business. Like, I feel like, you don't really, you shouldn't want to get to know me like at work, get to know me outside of work, because I feel like, not just like, I don't know, like saying people are fake or I'm fake or whatever, but like people are different at work than versus outside of work. You're more, if you are new here or not new here, you already know I can't speak. But what I was trying to say was, people are different outside of work than they are at work. You try to be some more professional at work versus you are outside hanging out with your friends on the weekend, So I don't feel like you need to get to know me at work like that, or I would just, don't be super evasive. Don't ask me like super evasive questions. Like, don't. I'm not gonna answer them anyways, but I just don't. I don't feel like work is the time to really like get to know each other on like a deep personal type of level. You know what I mean? Like where we're asking like super deep, dark questions about each other. You know. Granted, I haven't shared things with certain coworkers, but that's because they've also shared stuff with me, and it was like a mutual type of thing. You know. You know those coworkers that they want you to tell them all their business, but they don't want to spill a leak of theirs. They don't want to mention theirs. You know, like those are the coworkers I be talking about. Like not the coworkers that I like, the ones that I have shared things with, and vice versa. They've shared things with me. Like it was like a mutual type of understanding or like a mutual type of thing. Not that, but the coworkers that want you to tell all of your business, but they don't want to spill none of theirs. That's what I'm talking about. Those are who I'm talking about, you guys. But yeah, you just gotta be careful when you deal with nosy as coworkers. You gotta just peep the signs, or you know, you just gotta like, if you have to remove yourself, move. Like get away from that coworker, get away from that type of energy, because no one needs that. No one wants to deal with that at work. No one should have to deal with that at work. No one should have to feel like they're being watched or they're like they're gonna get tattled on. You know what I mean? No one. We're not. It's so high school, you know what I mean? Not even high school, it's so like elementary school, you know? And some of these people be grown ass people, like 30, 40 plus, you know? And it's just like, you gotta do better, babe. But no, I don't know. I don't get the nosy ass coworkers, baby, you get nothing from me. You're not getting not a Nathaniel from me, nothing. Because I just feel like work is not the time. There's a time and a place for everything. There's a time and place to get to know someone, ask like evasive questions, like know their whole backstory, like know their whole life beginnings. I feel like there's a time and place for that. Am I wrong? I don't know. And I don't know. I just don't feel like work is the place to do that, to like me share my whole entire lore with somebody, you know? I don't know. Again, I could be wrong. This is just my opinion. Don't shoot the messenger, you know? But what do you guys think? Do you guys think you should share stuff with certain coworkers? Do you think there is a time and place for it? Like, comment down below what you guys think, because I'm definitely curious to know. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like there is just a time and place to like be sharing things, especially at work. And you definitely have to, again, be careful with who you share information with, who you're talking to, who you're telling things to. Like, if anything, it needs to be a mutual thing. Like, if they're going to share things with you, then vice versa, you share things back with them. You know, that is one thing I would say. If you are going to like share certain things about your life with am I ever gonna be able to speak right? Probably not. But what I was trying to say was just make sure it's mutual. If they're gonna share things with you, then of course you share things back with them, whatever you feel comfortable with, obviously whatever you're comfortable with. But no, like just be aware, because like I said, again, you guys, I have seen situations of coworkers being messy, running back, spreading business as soon as the person leaves their site. Like I've seen it, you know what I mean? I've seen it happen so many times. I'm sure a lot of us have seen that shit happen, especially at work and like work environments. My advice, get a job that from home. like get a job that works from home so you don't have to deal with this. But I don't know. You just really have to be careful with who you share your information with and who you're talking to and who you're like sharing certain like intimate details about your life with, because like I said, again, everybody does not want to see you happy. Everybody doesn't want to hear like things about you, and if they do want to hear things about you, sometimes they just want to take it and spread it, you know? And I don't want that for you guys. I don't want like your business to be spread around the whole damn workplace, you know, because that's not fun either. That doesn't feel good. That's not, I just feel like work is not meant for that, you know? We are at work. Like I said, again, time and place for everything. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't know. But what do you guys think? Let me know. Seriously, comment down below. Let me know. Give this video a thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know. I need to know what you guys think. But I'm probably going to end this video here, you guys. I just had to rant to you guys a little bit just about nosy coworkers, because they're everywhere. They're spreading. They're everywhere. But just be aware of them, you know? And just like I said, know who to share information with, know who not to share information with, and don't catch yourself being around that type of energy, because you don't need it. I promise you, you don't need it. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like always, like, comment, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think. Have you ever dealt with a super nosy coworker? What do you guys do to deal with them? Let me know. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.